Today we'll be walking through the process of applying for a right-of-way permit in the city's online permitting portal. Here I've logged into the permitting portal through my account. I'm at the homepage, the My Dashboard. I can see other permits and licenses that I've previously applied for. To create a new permit, I'll click the Create New Application button. My new permit, right-of-way permits are under engineering. Right-of-way permit. For this one, I'm doing a sewer service repair. My customer Johnson. Here on the map, I can either zoom in and click on a parcel. If you're going to do that, you do need to zoom in very close so that you only get one address and parcel. Much easier to just type in an address and it'll automatically grab just that one address and parcel. You'll be able to zoom out and verify that's your correct location that you were looking for. Here we're able to provide a more detailed location. Later on, you would have the opportunity to upload a file. So if you have maps or drawings or sketches in a PDF or JPEG, you could upload those later on. If you don't have something like that, this is a way for you to just quickly mark up, red line on here if you know where that sewer service is at that you're going to be replacing. Go ahead and draw that in here. Once you've drawn what you need to, say select a screenshot. Go ahead and clip that. And you can upload this image as a part of your application. This is not a required upload, so if you wanted to, you could have just hit next and moved on, but just a way to add more detail. Here on the People tab, I'm going to click the Add My Info button, which just grabs my contact info that's associated with the account that I logged in with. I could also add an additional contact with my company or the property owner's information, whatever you would like. Here under contractors, you're going to see a list of all the licensed excavation contractors within the city of Minot. So you'll look and find your contractor's license on there, highlight that and click add. So it put it down here into selected contractors so that we know that this permit is being applied for under this license. Here's our permit details. This should look very similar to what you were used to seeing previously on paper applications. The start date for the work. You'll notice when you go to do this that you're not able to select same day or next day. You need to be applying for these in advance so that we have time to review them and approve them. Obviously, emergency work is always a different story, but for the most part, you should be able to select these and do these applications ahead of time. So pick a date in the future. This is a replacement. Yes, there's work in the right of way. Sewer service repair. So I'm going to say yes on sewer. I'll be doing work on the boulevard and be affecting the asphalt street. This particular one did not have set a curb or gutter in that neighborhood. Anticipate about 10 feet. Deep exterior sewer service. It's going to be a 4-inch PVC. Yes, we'll need to close part of that street starting the day that we start the project. So here, I don't have a particular layout to upload since I had sketched it on that detailed location. What I do need to upload is my traffic control plan, since I will be doing some work there. I'll go ahead and browse on my computer and find that. You can upload a PDF, a JPEG, several different file types. So however you need to get your traffic control information to us. Terms and conditions, you're gonna comply with all the requirements of Chapter 28 of the Code of Ordinances. No work shall begin prior to the approval of the permit. Go ahead and submit that. You'll see your application was created. You're assigned a permit number at the time of application. So even though it's not approved yet, this is a number that you can reference. You can go to view permit info just to see basically a summary of everything that you had entered, the information you provided. Under tasks, you'll be able to follow the permit process. Right now it's an application review. Traffic will review it, right of way will review it, and you'll see approvals or resubmittal required with comments if a permit gets kicked back to you. In the fees section, some draft fees go on there, but you're actually not able to pay those until the city has completed the intake process and verified that the correct fees are on there. So what I want to do now is apply for another permit. That one was a sewer repair example. I'd like to apply for another right-of-way permit using a driveway. We're going to do a driveway expansion. So again, you could zoom in, or the much easier way is to just go ahead and type that address in. See, that grabbed the City Hall parcel. Here on these concrete repair and replacement ones, these are more important that we have this information in this detailed location in this sketch. It can tell us a lot about it. If you just apply for a 3-foot driveway expansion, are you talking to the east, to the west? It's hard to know sometimes on the applications that we receive. So if you can just go ahead and use these tools, this will make it a lot easier because we'll be able to see that you are wanting, to expand a few feet over here. And with that flare. Then we know which side your proposed work is on. That will help us in evaluating that. Go ahead and grab that screenshot and upload it. Again, just adding my information. looking on the list of licensed excavation contractors and selecting your license to add to this permit. Permit details. Run through the same type of thing. This would be either like an addition or an alteration. Yes, so say. This is going to be work in the boulevard. So affect sidewalk. Curb and gutter and driveway in that area. Not trenching there, not doing anything with water and sewer. Again, we'll have a yes here. Attach our traffic control plan. Same terms and conditions, and go ahead and submit that. So now I see both of those are in pending status. While they're in pending, there's not much that the applicant can do other than wait. I can go to the fees due tab and I can see that they're both in here, but they're grayed out because we're not able to make payments until those have been received. So I'm going to go ahead and jump on my other screen and do the intake for these. But we can make our payments. Okay, so I'm going to go back into this City Hall driveway. You can see that the application intake review has been completed and accepted. So now you would be able to go into the fees due tab and make a payment there. We also have, you'll see that before it had said 160, now it only says $80, which is of course the correct fee for that single concrete permit. On our other one, the sewer service repair. We will also go ahead and do the intake on that one. If I refresh here, now I see that that is also just the standard $80 for this single sewer service. These are available to make payments now, so I could either click each credit card individually to process the payment, or I have the option of selecting multiple permits and multiple fees and paying them in one transaction. So I'm going to go ahead and select both of those. Credit, debit, or e-check. For the e-check, you just need a routing and account number for a checking or savings account. Go ahead and process that payment. Once the payment processes, you should have received an email from billpay@paymentus.com. That's the City of Minot's credit card processor. That will be a single receipt for the entire payment amount, the $160. If you need an itemized receipt, which often people will when they're paying for multiple permits for multiple projects together, go ahead and click this View Permit Info. It's going to take us to one of those permits. We're going to scroll towards the bottom to the payment section and hit Print Receipt. What we have here is a receipt with an itemized page for each permit that we paid for. So we'll see the permit for 10 3rd Street, which was our City Hall, permit number 10, the right-of-way concrete fee, $80. We see here that we paid $80 on this one. We scroll down to that second page, and here, this was permit number 9 at our residential property, and we have that sewer service $80 fee there. So, you know, you can go ahead and save this to your computer so that you have the itemized information. And of course, you can always go back at any time to find that in the details on each individual permit. So those are still in their review process. You know, the timeline for these would be a couple days, generally speaking. We'll just refresh this. We'll say that this sewer service permit has been issued. So then we would be able to go under available inspections and see that a sewer service inspection at that location is available to request. So if I know that we're doing our work next week, I can go ahead and pick a date, time. Your requester name and phone number should be the person who's actually out in the field doing the work that the water sewer department would contact when they're coming out to do that sewer service inspection. So fill in that info, click schedule, and you would have a sewer service inspection there. Same thing would apply to the other permit if you, on your concrete, if you need a pre-pour inspection. You'll be able to just get that other permit issued here. Be able to go into your available inspections. And here is a right-of-way inspection. That's what you'd use for your concrete pre-pour. Same thing, go ahead. You aren't able to select any day of inspections. Earliest you can do is the next day. You'll go ahead and select a date, a time, put the contact info for the person out in the field. Any comments you want to make, go ahead and schedule that. So that is how to apply for a right-of-way permit, pay for a right-of-way permit, and schedule available inspections for our right-of-way permits.